Hi, I'm Iyare, and this week I've got a stack of the latest comic books and a review of the new Harry Potter movie. So get ready to bark at the moon and bite at the sun, because this is Fantastic Realm. This is the end. Marvel promised us the end of the Ultimates universe in this Ultimatum number 5. Now, I know not everybody out there is totally down with this book, but my word, people are dropping like flies. I mean, major players in the Marvel universe are getting killed left, right and centre in this series. There's a spectacular end to this book, some really gruesome deaths and a twist that will keep you hanging on till the very last page. I really enjoyed this and I think it's worth the effort. This is Ultimatum number 5 and it's out this week. The current run of the Fantastic Four has been pretty cool in my opinion. Mark Millar, Brian Hitch doing stellar work. This is the final part of the current story arc, Doom's Master, and we see humongous amounts of multiverse versions of the Fantastic Four battling with our original Fantastic Four. It's pretty cool looking stuff, and there is a heartbreaking ending to this story arc for our favourite ever-loving thing. Enjoy this while it lasts, because according to Marvel, it's all changed for the next episode. Number 570, we see a new look and a new logo and possibly a new direction. So if you have been enjoying the Fantastic Four recently, make sure you grab this. This is Fantastic Four 569 on your shelves this week. There's a couple of books out this week that, whilst they aren't exactly essential reading, they are very, very useful for helping you understand things that you may well be reading in other places. The first of those is this, Goblin Legacy. It's a one-shot, and essentially, if you ever wondered how Norman Osborn went from being one in a number of rogues in Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery to the most successful, powerful criminal in the entire Marvel universe, then this may help fill in some of those gaps, and also clearly setting up a few interesting, intriguing little bits and pieces for Dark Reign. There's new and reprint material in here, and it's very, very useful if you haven't kind of got all of that Norman Osborn information that you need to really appreciate Dark Reign. The other companion piece that's out this week is this, Tales of the Court number 3. This is the third part in this 3-part mini-series, and essentially this is a really nice kind of supporting companion piece to Blackest Night. Now you've got 2 stories here that follow different people in the Green Lantern Corps, and it kind of gives you like supporting information, just gives you a little bit more depth on some of the things that you're going to see in Blackest Night. So if you fancy some of that action, this is the third part and it's out this week.
DC Comics and chocolate milkshake. Some things will always be great. DC Comics and chocolate milkshake. Even though I'm 28. DC Comics and chocolate milkshake. I guess I'm just developing late. DC Comics and chocolate milkshake. I never got over that amazing taste.
The Justice League of America number 35. There's a promise of a return of someone, so I'm not going to blow that for you, but like it says on the cover, unfortunately it's not who you might hope it would be, but it's still quite good fun, this. Particularly notable for the appearance of the Royal Flush Gang, who I think are possibly one of the most hilarious kind of villains in all of comicdom. They seem like some old school kind of 60s type villains who somehow have made it through to the modern era. This is good fun. Not the best comic of the week, but still, if you've got the time for it, worthy of your attention. It's Justice League of America number 35 and it's out this week. We're here at London South Bank to check out the new Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Halfblood Prince, on the biggest cinema screen in the UK. It's here at the IMAX. All right, so we just come out of seeing Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince here at the BFI IMAX on the South Bank in London's Waterloo. 2.5 hour epic Harry Potter movie, and basically my first impression of the movie is it looked fabulous. I was stunned by the quality of the 3D section at the beginning of the movie. It doesn't last for the whole movie, but like the future of IMAX 3D is very, very bright indeed. It was incredibly cool. And as for the Potter adaptation, I'm not a huge Potter aficionado. I read the book, The Half-Blood Prince, but I've only read it once. I haven't retained all of the details. So for me, it was a really cool kind of adaptation. It was already 2.5 hours long, and I know that there was a lot of stuff that was dropped from the book, but I think, they got a good compromise between getting the kind of landmarks of the story into the movie and not compromising the book too much, because at 2.5 hours, it was a real epic. But the IMAX experience here in the Waterloo, there's very comfortable seats, and a huge screen made it very enjoyable and took a lot of the kind of pressure out of that 2.5 hour length. All right, so from my point of view, if you haven't seen it already, then you definitely want to check it out, especially if you can check it out on the IMAX screen. That's Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. It's out now. This is Secret Warriors number 6, and this series is now really hitting its stride. What we're seeing is Nick Fury gradually building up his own army, his own new fighting force, a new set of howling commandos. And this incarnation of Fury, written by Bendis and Hickman, is basically a mean, tough-talking, honorary SOB, and it is cool. This is just such a cool series. If you haven't been following it, check it out. You just got this book in particular you need to check out for Nick's recruitment kind of policy and his whole recruitment technique, yeah? This is not a guy you say no to. Check this book out. I really enjoyed it, and the art by Stefano Caselli is stellar work as well. It's out now. This is Secret Warriors number 6. This is Batwoman in Detective Comics. This is Detective Comics number 855, and if you haven't already jumped upon this bandwagon, you should. Batwoman is filling in ably for Batman in this title. I'm really enjoying it. It may well be to do with the Greg Rucka script, which is pretty cool, tight stuff, though this episode raises many more questions than it provides answers. But I think perhaps it's the art by J.H. Williams III. This art in this book is just incredible. I'm not entirely sure how this guy does it. He's one of these kind of mixed media artists. Is he using pencils and ink? Is he photoshopping and using CGI colours? Is he using airbrushes? It may well be all of the above, but like a proper magician, you just can't tell how the trick is pulled off. It's really great looking stuff, and possibly some of the best art around in the world of comic books at the moment. If you haven't seen it already, definitely check it out for yourselves. This is Batwoman in Detective Comics 855, and it's out this week. So that's pretty much all we've got time for this week on Fantastic Realm. We'll be back next week with more new comic book reviews. So in the meantime, keep sending us your questions, keep sending us your comments, keep rating us, and for God's sake, if you're feeling the show, let somebody know. We'll catch you next week. You can buy any of the books we reviewed at fantasticrealm.co.uk, and don't forget to quote the code FAN1 to get yourself a 10% discount. You can also check us out at our eBay store and see more videos, or join our online communities at Facebook, MySpace and YouTube. We've now launched the Fantastic Realm video podcast on iTunes, so feel free to add a comment about this video below, and don't forget you can drop by the store to check out what we've got in store.